2023 Royal Enfield Scram 411. The new scrambler-style Scram 411. Anytime you have a hit on your hands the way Royal Enfield does with its Himalayan adventure bike, you capitalize on it. A few modifications here, a tweak there, and voila, a new variation is born. Many times, however, as with blockbuster movies, sequels fail to capture the success of the original. With the Scram 411, has Royal Enfield produced the two-wheeled equivalent of a follow-up hit like The Empire Strikes Back or a forgettable flop like Ghostbusters II? The new scrambler-style Scram 411 and the Himalayan share the same frame and air-cooled 411cc single with SOHC and 2 valves. The 4-gallon fuel tank is also the same, but the Himalayan's two-piece seat has been swapped for one of a singular design. More importantly, the 21-inch front wheel of the Himalayan was replaced with a more street-friendly 19-incher on the Scram. The instrument cluster was also downsized, with the Himalayan's digital compass and tachometer being omitted on the Scram, while the Speedo was replaced with a different version that includes a clock, dual trip meters, an odometer, and a gear position indicator. Our test bikes were outfitted with Royal Enfield's Tripper navigation unit, but according to company reps, supply chain issues have prevented the Tripper from being offered as standard equipment. Instead, it will be an accessory available sometime in the future. Gone as well are the Himalayan's windscreen and front rack, forcing Enfield designers to clean up the bike's exposed cockpit, which they did by way of a cast metal headlight nacelle. Affixed to the mounting points on the frame where the front rack was previously attached is a pair of urban badge plates. Kudos to Enfield for taking the time to cover an ugly mounting stock that another OEM may have left exposed and then incorporating that element into the bike's graphics. Our route through the dairy lands of Wisconsin presented enough greenery and full lakes to make a California resident like me loathe returning to our brown, drought-stricken state. What it didn't provide was a roadway tight enough to push the Scram to its limits in a series of peg grinding, left-to-right transitions. But in the Badger State's plentiful sweepers, gently rounded corners, and straightaways, the Scram exhibited all the confidence a bike of its caliber should. The semi-knobby tires do a fine job generating good grip and control in on- or off-road conditions while looking the part of a scrambler. The handlebars are just the right width to provide the rider with comfortable control. But the reach to the levers was at the limit of my comfort level, and while you can fiddle with the clutch cable to bring the clutch lever closer to the bar, the brake lever would require replacement with something more ergonomic. The few short gravel roads we traveled were also navigated with nonchalance except for the non-switchable rear ABS, which the Himalayan has but the Scram does not. Standing on the balls of my feet, I felt the same pressure from the side covers pushing my calves outward as I experienced with the Himalayan. Moving my feet forward until the heel of my boot caught the foot peg helped relieve the pressure, but I'd rather my feet be better positioned.